Hello everyone! I am here with part 2 of my Christmas manga haul because I got way too much manga for Christmas. It was the only thing I wanted for Christmas. There's going to be at least 3 parts to this, so you'll be getting at least one more part. Maybe 2. Depends on how much I need to talk. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the manga. This first stack I have is 5 omnibuses of Fire Force. It's Omnibus 2 through 6, and I believe there's maybe 12 omnibuses. I'm not 100% sure, but I do plan on collecting all of them. I was gonna collect Soul Eater as well, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I think I'm just going to collect the manga for Fire Force because I don't believe that anime is ever gonna get finished, and I will probably just watch Soul Eater. But I know it's also, even though it came out before Fire Force is a prequel to it. So I feel like I need to consume this before that so I fully understand everything. Gonna be completely honest, this series is confusing me where it left off in the anime, like plot-wise. It's like, where are we taking this? Because right now, so little of it makes sense to me in my mind. I really do love this anime though. I wish it would get another season. Next, I have Blue Period, volumes 5 through 13. Yep. I don't know much about this manga series other than the fact that it's about art. And I don't want to say I'm an artist, but I love art. I just go at my own pace, and usually I procrastinate because I know I have to have like a dedicated, like anywhere between 6 to 12 hours, depending on the size of the piece I'm working on, to work on it just straight. Because I'm not going to finish it in that 6 to 12 hours, but I want to put that much time into it anytime I sit down. So that's why I don't do a lot of things that are going to take up a lot of time with art. Like I do little stuff here and there, or I just don't do it at all anymore. Being an adult, you have no time to do anything. Speaking of adult, I'm pretty sure this is an adult-ish cast. Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. I almost said Civilization. This was recommended to me from a family member, so I got the first 4 volumes for relatively cheap. I think I only paid like $8 a piece for these. So I was like, I don't know how many volumes are in this series. I don't really know what the series is, but when this family member started talking about it, they got really excited, and that made me really excited, so I had to get it. They were really excited about Heaven's Official Blessing too, but that's more of like a novel. I don't know if it has like a comic version, where this is a comic version. And I just know that when it comes to anime that, you know, have novels, I've tried reading them. I've found a couple of good ones, but like they're not really my cup of tea. But if you do recommend it, novel version, or if it has a non-novel version, let me know. But if you recommend it, let me know that as well, and I will give it a try. I do plan on watching the anime for both, whether I consume it in another format or not. This next series, I'm not sure what to think of. It's Megumi and Tetsugumi, and this is the first 4 volumes. Don't know how long this is going to be. It's a BL, but it also focuses on the Omegaverse. And I'm not going to take the time to explain Omegaverses. Actually, no, I am going to take the time to explain Omegaverses. If you don't know what the Omegaverse is, it's like, I don't know where it originated, but you see a lot of it on fanfiction. And it's basically how, you know, how wolves have the tier system, like alpha, beta, omega. If you've seen Teen Wolf, you're familiar with these terms. That's basically what this is, except omegas can have children no matter what gender they are. Like, alphas are the top of the hierarchy, then you have betas that you don't see much of betas because they're just like a normal citizen, and then you have the omegas, which like have heat and pheromones and stuff, and they can get pregnant. So yeah, The alphas have ruts too, so it depends on how detailed. I've read some Omegaverse stuff that is not very in detail with all of that, and I don't know how in detail this is going to be. From what my understanding, the Omega in this world is, he likes to pick fights with alphas, so, and I think that makes most alphas uncomfortable. But that's only just from me cursorily flipping through the first volume to see if I like the art style. Can't speak. So there's that. I don't know how I'm going to like that. Don't know how long that is. But I hope I love this, because we don't have a lot of good. We do not have many good Omegaverse books. At least, not that I have been able to find and consume. If you have any recommendations for those, by the way, leave them in the comments. I don't care if it's like even a fan fiction, just recommend them down below, because I eat those up. Next, I have a series that a lot of you probably know, Hunter x Hunter. I have the first 6 volumes here. This is a series that I have not consumed in any format, whether it be, I know that's horrible, because I love Yu Yu Hakusho for one, and this series has been out for such a long time. I should have already consumed it. But it is also one of those series that was being updated so slowly. I'm like, I'm just going to wait until this finishes, because from everything I've heard, I am going to love this. And I can't stand to just be left in limbo on whether this is going to finish or not. So that's most likely going to happen with the mortality rate of mangakas. But I also figured I'll go ahead and start collecting the mangas, because just in case something does happen, I will still consume it in manga and anime format, and I just want to have it here so I can do that whenever something happens. Whether that be the mangaka dying and it never being finished, I don't want that to happen, or it finishes and I can actually, watch, read it, and enjoy it to its fullest. And from flipping through it, it looks so much more detailed than Yu Yu Hakusho does, which already makes me excited. Next up, I have The King's Beast, volumes 1 through 3. This I picked up thinking it was a BL. And it was on sale, so I went ahead and picked up the first 3 volumes. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this, because apparently it's about a king who has a romantic relationship, or is forming a romantic relationship with this beast servant, who he believes is a guy, but it's actually that guy's twin sister pretending to be him to figure out who killed him, I think. I picked this up months ago, so I'm a little fuzzy on the details. So it sounds really good, regardless of whether it's BL or not. And I get, it's the timeline, I think, would be around the same time as like Apothecary Diaries, if you've seen or read that. So it's around that same time period, I believe. Next, I got the first 3 volumes of Twin Star Exorcist. This I picked up just because it looked dope. And I'm going to be completely honest, after I picked up these 3 volumes, I looked more into how the relationship was going to go in it. Not like spoilery. I don't know like key details or anything. I just know that they want these Twin Star Exorcists here to have a child to make like the most powerful exorcist or whatever. And that kind of rubs me the wrong way. So I don't know if I'll be picking up any more of these volumes. I will most likely watch the anime, see where my feelings are from there. And then if I like it, I'll continue buying the manga series. But like at the moment, I'm not going to collect any more of this until I can concretely say that I am going to enjoy it or not. Because I like the art style. That was like the main selling point, was the art style for me. Next, I have I Cannot Reach You volumes 1 through 7. And this series has some of the most beautiful covers. I love these so much. These are just so pretty. Even if it wasn't a BL, and I'm down to give all BLs a try, I would have bought this simply because of the covers. These are just, I love them so much. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because I can't really, It's a BL series that's slice of life, set in high school, and it has a generic plot like all of them, I believe. So moving on to what, Black or White. Oh, I said white or black. Black or White, and I have the first 7 volumes. I don't know if this is all of it or not, but this is a BL series that's it's come highly recommended to me from other people that read a lot of BL. So I decided to just pick up all of it because it was on sale. I think I got this, like all of these for like $4 or $5 a piece. So I couldn't pass that up when it had come so highly recommended. And it's not going to be too much longer than this if it's still ongoing. So I'm like, I can get the full story of this and enjoy it fully. Like it's gonna finish. Which sometimes even for BL, it feels like they're never gonna finish. Viewfinder, I'm looking at you. Although I think that's close to a finish, which I am now realizing I'm very sad about. Okay, next I have volumes 3 through 6 of Blue Exorcist. This series I am slowly collecting, and my main reason for collecting this series is because I got so super confused about how the season worked. Because season 1 had an ending, and then season 2 seemed to skew off. It was like season 1 and season 2 were both season 1s. That's the way it felt. So I was very confused about what exactly was going on at the end of season 2 because it felt like it threw a lot of stuff away from season 1. So I'm like, I've got to read the manga to figure out what the heck's going on, and hopefully it makes more sense. There's also new seasons to the anime, and I feel like I kind of need to rewatch the first 2 seasons before I like can continue on with the series because it was confusing, and I'm not exactly sure where it left me plot-wise, if there even was a point to the plot, because I'm so confused about that series. Like, I liked it enough to continue it, but I just wanted to make some sense. Next, I got volumes 3 through 6 of Candy Color Paradox. I have read this all, it's not finished, but I've read all 6 volumes that I own, and it's good. It's about a crime journalist and a photographer have this kind of rivalry going on, one-sided rivalry, and they end up having to work together, and they end up falling for each other, and then like they're dating and they're trying to keep it a secret, and then there's a bunch of jealousy, like getting thrown around like party favors. It's cute, and it's made me laugh a couple of times, and I don't know how much longer it is. I think there may be just one more volume left. I'm not sure. Because it feels like this is heading towards the end, this last volume. It feels like things are wrapping up and, you know, we're soon going to have a conclusion. I feel like actually they could have just added like another chapter to this and finished it off just fine. But I'm not saying no to another volume either. Next, I have Spy Family volumes 3 through 10. I've been collecting this slowly as each volume like goes on sale, and I love Spy Family. It's I don't know what genre I would even put this series under, but I find it cute and I like it just because it's like an anime that I can just like turn my brain off to. So I'm like, I'm just gonna get the manga just in case. Like, I live out in the middle of nowhere, so just in case, like, I want to consume the story of this again and have no internet or no electricity for whatever reason. Sometimes it just goes out for no reason. I will have them here and I can consume it. So yeah, there's that. Next and last series I'm going to talk about today is Kimi no Jihen. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably not. But I had the first 4 volumes here. I knew what the story was about when I bought this, but it's been literal months. It's been like November when I bought these, so I can't remember what they're about. I think it's about a boy who someone tries to kill him and he's left behind to die, and a guy saves him, and I think I may be completely wrong about that, but I don't know. I'm going to continue collecting these as I get them. I actually got lucky and got a couple of these for like $3 or $4. That was exciting. So, you know, I'm slowly collecting this series. Don't know how long it is. Don't even know what genre it's in, actually. That's probably not a good thing. You know what? I'm going to talk about all the anime that I have purchased as well, because it feels like I have a little bit more time in this video, which I probably don't. Okay, so I have a stack here because they have anime on sale on Crunchyroll all the time as well. So I decided to pick up ones that I wanted and then just a couple that I wanted to try because I got them super cheap. First, I got Hitorijimi My Hero. I love this series because I've read the manga up to its current release, and I've watched this anime actually twice. I kind of wanted to compare it and everything, and I will say, while I still love it, this is such a hard series to rewatch because it is a BL slice of life, and any slice of life, honestly, to me, is hard to get through the first time. Don't know why I decided to rewatch it. Don't know why I decided to then buy the DVD version of it when it was so hard to rewatch the first time. Next, I have Real Life. This I just got really, really dirt cheap. I think this was like $10 for like the entirety of season 1, if I'm not mistaken. It's the 13 episodes of season 1, if not. And there's some kind of booklet back here. I'm not going to open it up right now because this is keeping it from getting all dusty and disgusting. Dustier and disgusting. Then I have Haiku to the top. I love Haiku, and I will buy every season on DVD. And yes, it still rubs me the wrong way that the final seasons are basically just 2 movies. When I've read the manga completely, I think they could have done movies if they wanted to wrap up the ending. 100%, I feel like the Nekoma battle game, whatever, batch, should have been its own like season 5. I feel like that should have been season 5, and from there they could have just done either one movie or split it into 2 movies depending on how they wanted to, you know, layer everything out. But it's a pretty loyal adaptation. So they could have just given it another series and a movie and wrapped everything up without cutting important things. But it feels like if they're just gonna summarize, like put everything that has to go to the, like from where we are, which is the beginning of the Nekoma fight, all the way to the end, it feels like putting that in 2 movies, even if they're 2 hours long, is gonna cut a lot of important stuff out. And I just feel like it's kind of sad considering the fact that they've been such loyal adaptations to this point. I don't think they can make it a loyal adaptation now that they're doing it like this. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing it like that. I'm not happy about it. Next I got Chihayafuru. Chihayafuru? I don't know if I said that right. I'm going to stop attempting it. This is season 2. I got this, I think, for like $5 or something like that. It was really, really cheap. This is a highly recommended series from the people I know. So I was like, I'll get season 2. Season 1, for some reason, was full price still. So, you know, I guess I have it. Sometimes I just buy this stuff when it's like super cheap because it's like, oh, if I love that, I can just rewatch it later. Or I can watch it more on my own time, you know, instead of not on my own time. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, next I have Ghost Hound. I think this is all of it. It's it says the first 11 episodes. So I don't know if there's more episodes. It says collection 1, so there probably is. This, I think, is kind of like a detective horror series. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it sounded really good. And again, really cheap. I think this was like $7. I couldn't pass it up. I could have passed it up, but I didn't pass it up. Next, I have Tokyo Ravens, and this is, okay, here it is. Season 1, Part 1. It has 12 episodes and some extras in it, which, who knows what those extras are. Probably not extras that we care about. So, again, this was like, I think this was actually $3 for all of that, and I'm like, I have not heard anybody talk about Tokyo Ravens, so let's give it a shot. Next, I have Junjo Romantica 3. I don't know where I've been. I'm pretty sure I've watched this and loved it, but for some reason I just didn't have it on DVD. I have seasons 1 and 2 on DVD. This is one of those slice of life series, same with Tsukiyacho Hatsukoi, that I can just watch And it doesn't bother me. I've rewatched them several times. Like Super Lovers 2, I've watched it 100 times. I will say, I would like to collect the manga to this, but I don't know where I can buy it. I have, I think, 4 volumes of this manga series, and they're just scattered throughout. So I'm slowly collecting this manga series. Probably will not happen anytime soon. Okay, next, or last, I have some Black Butler. I love Black Butler, if you guys don't know. Like, the filler is filler. Season 2 is like completely, half of season 1 is filler. Season 2 is just completely filler. But, you know, once you get past that, season 3 and on is just a banger. So, I have Black Butler, Book of the Atlantic. I love Book of the Atlantic. That one was really cool. And then I have Book of Murder. I personally really like Book of Murder. Some people are kind of iffy on it. But I love a good murder mystery, even if the mystery is pretty easy to solve. And then I have Book of Circus, which is the entirety of season 3. I do not own seasons 1 or 2, and honestly, I don't plan on buying them, just because I didn't enjoy them to the extent of purchasing them like I did these. But yeah, that is everything that I have to show you guys today. And I'm already dreading editing this video. So I'm just gonna go and consume food before I do that. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.